Hello everyone, welcome back to another speed build. Today we're doing something a little different. I participated in LILSIMSie's shell challenge. This was actually, she looked at these builds a really long time ago, about a week, 2 weeks ago? Oh my god, it was only a week ago. This was like a week ago where she toured the builds, because occasionally LILSIMSie will come up with a really outlandish shell with weird pointless bump outs, and then she challenges her viewers to turn it into something that actually looks nice. So this was my attempt. It's an eco-friendly modern home. And if you'll notice, I am using LILSIMSie's name and fame for clicks, because she did actually tour my build, and she had quite a lot of really nice things to say about it.
Simmer Rosie! Oh, eco-friendly modern home! Cool! I'm excited about this one. Okay. Oh, this is so pretty! Oh my god. Okay, first of all.
And her reactions literally made my day. She was doing this on Twitch because she does a video, and I can link that video down below if you guys are interested. I can link all of her shell videos down below, where she picks 10 and she shows them off in a YouTube video and then gives out shout-outs to the creators. But she also tours a bunch more on Twitch. When she streams the day that she posts the YouTube video, she tours more on Twitch. And mine got randomly selected to be toured, because you can put your name in a raffle, and she got to look at mine, and she really liked it, and it literally made my life, because my goal is to be noticed by my idol, LILSIMSie. Have any of you guys participated in her shell challenge build before? Let me know if you have. I'd love to know. I'm sorry I keep saying I'm so tired. So I wasn't sure really what to do with all these weird bump outs, and I don't know what really possessed me to just start putting plants on them, but I kind of just got the idea, because you know the concept of a green roof, how blacktop roofs, it conducts so much heat, and it makes cooling the building so difficult in the summer, and it wastes a lot of electricity. So the concept of either painting the roof white or even like grass on the roofs called green roofs, it's a lot more energy efficient and just like better for the environment in general. Right now I'm just placing a bunch of debug rocks because I'm going to make a path out of them later because it's cute, and because I knew Kayla would like it, because she's all over that type of thing, and she actually did make a comment of it.
This little thing with these rocks, so nice. It always looks so nice.
LILSIMSie liked my rock path. Not to flex or anything, but LILSIMSie likes my rock path. I'm so cringy. Anyway, so green roofs. You should check them out. They're actually really interesting. I learned about them in my environmental science class last semester. Oh, I can't talk. Last semester. A class that made me want to die in every way, shape, and form, because I'm a theater major and I hate gen eds. So yeah, I just put plants. Originally the intention was just to do it in the weird bump out areas, and then I ended up doing it on the top of the building as well, and kind of sectioning it off, and those glass walls weren't really working, so what I ended up doing was using a half wall and then putting windows in the half wall to give the illusion of a glass wall, because that glass fence is like kind of unattractive. But I think that this looks a lot more sleek with the windows in the half wall, and it looks more, I don't know, it just looks, I'm gonna stick with sleek. It looks sleeker to me. So yeah, when LILSIMSie toured this build, my little heart was just like so full, and everyone in chat was being so kind. Like they all also, like everyone in chat also really liked it, and they also were like freaking out at all the things that Kayla was freaking out about. Like they loved my build, and it made me feel really special, and it made me really happy, because I love to build in The Sims, and like, I don't have the biggest following on YouTube, and like, that's fine. Like, I really, like, I don't mean to be like, oh, I don't need follow, because I don't care. Like, I do this mainly for fun. Like, I'm making no profit off of this at all. I really just do this for fun and because I love you guys. But it's nice to be recognized by a larger audience, even if like none of them like subscribe to me or anything. Like, and that wasn't really my goal. It was just nice. Like, it was nice to get the recognition, and it was nice for Kayla to say that my build was good, because she's like the ultimate builder. Like, she's like, and she's the ultimate simmer to me. Like, she's like my biggest inspiration. she's not, Kiwi Simming is actually the reason that I made a YouTube channel. Like, she was my first inspiration, but, Kayla is, like, a big, I love her. I adore her so much, both of them, like, and, like, they're both just huge inspirations for me as a simmer and a YouTuber. Anyway, I'm gonna stop being cringy now. I used a lot of debug items. A lot of those hanging plants are really cute. And I've got another wall of glass there, half wall of glass, making it into another green roof. I really just use plants and the dirt flooring in, like, the floor texture as an excuse to use the weird bump out things. So I think I worked around that really well, because if I hadn't done that, I literally would have had no idea how to roof it. And roofing is, like, my weakest point as a builder in The Sims, so when I saw all those weird, like, I really had no idea how I was going to roof this build. But once I started filling the roof with plants and stuff and made it look intentional, that's just solved my problem. So I just pretended, I just avoided the problem, and I just put plants instead of a roof, and it looks like it's supposed to be there. And that's another comment that I got from Kayla.
This house, they did a good job making, like, my weird walls all look very intentional, I think.
Again, like, not to flex, and, like, I feel so stupid being like, this is what Kayla said about my build, but, like, it really was a big deal for me. Like, I don't know, like, it just made me feel so whole inside, and and might I add, now this is quite the story. I was watching this stream in the airport. I recently had to fly south. I go to school in Pennsylvania, and I had to fly to Tennessee for a big audition. So it was all the way down, but there were no direct flights from my local airport, and I didn't want to make somebody drive me to Philadelphia because it's really far from my school. So I was just like, you know, take me to the local airport, I'll do a connecting flight, no big deal, right? Well, wrongo. So I get to the airport, and there's a huge line for the line where you go to check in your bags. And everyone's freaking out. Everyone is, like, completely panicking and yelling at the people that are checking the bags. And I was like, what is going on? So I find out that all the flights to Charlotte, North Carolina are canceled. And I was like, oh, well, that sucks for the people going to Charlotte. Good thing I'm not going to Charlotte, right? By the way, to interject about the build, I ended up using the glass fence for the balcony there because on a diagonal, the glass, the windows and the half wall didn't look as good, which you just saw. And I made it a balcony because I couldn't figure out how to roof it. But anyway, so I was like, oh, the flights to Charlotte didn't get canceled. Like, it's fine. Like, I can still fly to Philadelphia because I had to fly to Philly and then from Philly to the place in Tennessee I was going to. So I was like, okay, this is fine. But then I get there and he's like, yeah, you know all of the flights are canceled, right? I was like, what? And he's like, yeah, the last flight of the night just left. And I was like, well, I thought only the ones to Charlotte were canceled. I'm flying to Philly. And he was like, yeah, nope, canceled. And I was like, okay, so if I drove to Philly, I could still make this flight and I will definitely fly out of Philly. And he was like, yeah. And I was like, okay. So I called my friend, like, hysterically crying. I was like, can you please drive me to Philly? And she was like, yeah, of course. And then she called me back and was like, ask them again if your flight is canceled, because that doesn't make any sense, because if you can't get out of that airport, you're not going to get out of Philly because you're still in Pennsylvania. And I was like, no, you're right. That doesn't make any sense. Turns out this guy cucked me. My flight was not canceled. It was not. The lady was like, this woman who works in the airport, like, came up to me and I'm like sobbing on the phone with my friend and she was like, do you need help? And I was like, yes, tell me what to do. And when I told her what was wrong, she was like, wait, where are you getting this information? And I just pointed at the man standing next to her. And she was like, she looks at him and she's like, what? And he's like, it's not my fault. The board was difficult to read. Look, see? And I was like, oh my God. So I'm standing there and I'm like, so my flight isn't canceled. I'm flying to Philly from here and it is not canceled. And she was like, yes, it was just delayed. And I was like, okay, because there were like tornadoes in Charlotte, North Carolina at that time. So everything like was kind of snowball affecting what was happening up north, because there were flights coming from the south that were supposed to be the planes that I was getting on, that they were coming from up north. Wait, hold on. I'm in the north. There are planes coming from the south that I need to get on, but they are delayed because of tornadoes in the south. So it was a whole snowball effect. So my flight's delayed, but no problem. I'm still going to make my connecting flight in Philadelphia. No problem. But then my flight in Philadelphia gets delayed also, so I'm like, oh cool, now I have even more time to make my connecting flight. But then the flight from my starting destination gets delayed, but the one in Philly doesn't. And I'm like, okay. So I go to the people at the gate, the ladies at the gate, and I'm like, hi, I just got a notification saying that I'm gonna miss my connecting flight. Is this accurate information? And they were like, yeah, so what we would recommend is, do you live in the area? Can you get a flight tomorrow? I was like, no, 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 no. I cannot get a flight tomorrow. My audition is tomorrow. Like you do not understand. Like, I was like, I need to be in Tennessee tomorrow. Like, there's no question about it. And she was like, well, the only thing I can do is get you a flight tomorrow. And I was like, so basically my options were to, actually, no, there weren't even any flights from my airport in the morning. There were only flights from Philly in the morning. So what I was going to have to do was still fly to Philly, miss my connecting flight, sleep in the Philadelphia airport, because I'm not getting a hotel in Philly. It's not happening. Or just stay awake all night so that my baggage doesn't get stolen or whatever. And then take a flight in the morning and potentially be late for my audition time, which I didn't want to do that either. But they kept saying, like, just keep waiting it out. Like, your flight in Philly might get delayed too, so just keep waiting. It's okay. Like, just be patient. And so I keep waiting and I keep waiting, and nothing's happening. And I'm on the phone with both of my parents, hysterically crying. I was like, Mom, Dad, I cannot miss this audition. I can't. Because it's like this big thing. It's a big cattle call audition. A cattle call meaning you and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of other people show up, and there are like at this particular convention, there were 74 companies from all over the country, and they come and they watch all of you audition over a course of a couple of days, like all of the hundreds of you, and they call back whoever they want. And then it's a mad dash to sign up for callbacks. So I had my slot, and I had to get there in time. There was just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So, and this is to determine my employment for after college. So if I'm employed after college, depended on this audition. So I was not missing it. I was sobbing to my parents. I was like, this can't be happening to me. I need this audition. I need to get a job after college. It's like, this can't be happening to me. And I'm freaking out. And so to pass the time, I end up watching LILSIMSie's stream. And on a whim, I entered the raffle because I wasn't in the YouTube video about the shell. My shell didn't get picked for the YouTube video. So I went to the stream, and on a whim, I used my sub points to, not sub points, I don't know what those are called, that point system, the new point system on Twitch. You could enter a raffle for 300 points, and maybe she would randomly pick your name, and you could get the build looked at on the gallery. So I'm sitting there, I'm reading a couple of plays to find some monologues, because I was doing that to spend time, and then I was listening to the stream in the background. So I was plenty occupied, even though I was literally just sitting there waiting. I hadn't eaten dinner. My flights are getting delayed 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. So I'm sitting there, and I'm listening to the stream, reading some plays. And by the way, I just wanted to interject myself here. I made a new little hutch here. I put two of the same dining room hutch on top of a dresser, and I think it looks really cool. I think it makes a cute effect. And it's just a little custom object that I came up with. So, not to flex, but I invented an object in The Sims. I'm annoying. So I'm in the airport listening to the stream, and then I hear my name.
Simmer Rosie.
And I'm like, what? Me? Is it I? That's me? That is me. That is my Twitch name. Simmer Rose was already taken on Twitch, so I went with Simmer Rosie. But I was like, oh my god, LILSIMSIE is gonna look at my build. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Like, I'm sitting there in one of those recliner massage chairs that you have to put money in. to use the massager, but I wasn't using the massager. I was just using it because it was the only chair near an outlet in the entire airport. So I'm sitting there with the balls of the massage chair just like digging into me, not massaging me because I didn't put in money. And my eyes are swollen. I can't breathe out of my nose because I've been crying. And then LILSIMSIE, Kayla, is like, yep, I'm gonna look at Rosie's build. And I was like, oh my god. So I'm like freaking out. And it just made my day so much better. Like, you have no idea, like, how panicked I was. And like, listen, I was already so anxious about this audition because it's huge. It's so huge. And you have to I had to send in a video all the way back in September to even qualify me to go to this thing. So it was a whole, and I was the only person in my school that was picked. There were, I think, 4 of us that sent in videos. I was the only one that was picked to go, so I would be completely representing my school by myself. I was in the airport by myself. So I was scared for the audition because it's a huge step for my future. I was scared to be in the airport by myself because I've flown before and I've been in airports before, but I've never gone alone. I've never navigated it alone. And I've just never flown alone before, the whole experience alone. And this huge, huge moment in my career alone. And I was genuinely really sad that no one else in my school was going, because it really would have been a fun experience to go with my friends, but I was alone, and that just made the whole thing worse because, like, I had no one to panic with, no one to be in the airport to be like, hey, it's okay, except these random ladies working at the gate that probably wanted to strangle me because I wouldn't shut up about how I had to be in Tennessee. I felt so bad for them. They were so kind to me, though. Like, truly, those ladies at the gate at the airport, like, deserve all of the awards because my panicked ass would not leave them alone. So all I had to do was to call my parents and cry because no one else I was just alone. But then when I heard LILSIMSIE say my name on stream, and she and her whole chat are just complimenting my build and like complimenting my choices and the uniqueness of my style of building, it was like the best thing ever. Like, it was the perfect timing for me to experience that because I was so hecking stressed at the airport. And I mean, it wouldn't have made a like, LILSIMSIE looking at my build wouldn't have made my day good if I had to sleep in the Philadelphia airport and have been late to my audition slot. But it did subside the panic enough, and I know you're all on the edge of your seats wondering if I made it to the audition. The answer is I did. So I got to the Philadelphia airport, and they still hadn't delayed the flight again. So basically, I was gonna have 8 minutes to run from my arrival gate to the departure gate, and it was in completely different terminals, and the Philadelphia airport is huge, so I was gonna have to get on a shuttle and all those moving sidewalks, and basically the ladies at the gate were like, yeah, you're not gonna make it. Like, I want to be, like, helpful, but I don't think you're gonna make it. And I was like, yeah! Like, I was, like, freaking out. I was freaking the heck out. We interrupt this story again because I'm about to do something that LILSIMSIE also thought was really cool. She really liked that I put the towel on the island there.
Oh, this is so nice. I love this. Guys, wait! Putting the towel on the island? Amazing.
She also really liked what I did with the windows. I ended up moving the blinds, taking out the blinds, and putting, I think there's supposed to be, like, children's string decor of, like spring, like a kid made it out of paper or something, but I think it looks really cool for, like, a vine, like an indoor garden aesthetic, so I used it for the windows, and Kayla also thought that was really cool.
Okay, that looks so cool.
I'm sorry, I promise I'll stop weird flexing now. It just made me really happy. So, you know how you don't have internet in the air, like when you're in an airplane, like there's just no way, you don't get texts, like there's no service, there's no internet. So I was like, well, I didn't get any updates, so I guess my flight is gonna take off without me on it, and I wouldn't get my luggage, and I would just be sleeping alone without my luggage, and I wouldn't be able to brush my teeth or do anything before my audition. I would show up in the pajama, like, it was a mess. But then we land, and I get a text that my flight from Philadelphia to Tennessee was delayed until 10:15. Now, I get this at 9:50. And the plane is landed, but because that's how I was able to get the text, is because the plane was landed. So it is 9:50. They're preparing the plane to be opened and depart. And I was like, oh shit, boys, we about to run. So I took my scrawny little ass and I ran off that tiny plane because it was a really small plane because I flew out of a smaller airport to the bigger airport. So I hauled my skinny ass out of that tiny plane and I ran across the Philadelphia airport, and I ran out of the plane and like into the terminal, just like I just started blindly running, and I was like, wait, I have no idea where I'm going. I should probably ask before I just like start running. And I was like, hi, how do I get to gate B? And they were like, oh, the other direction. And I was like, shit! So I just start taking off in the other direction. And there was this one other woman that also had to go to the same airport as me. So she was having the same, like we were in the same airport, had to transfer, make the same connecting flight, and I didn't see her. So that's why I asked, because I didn't see her. And then I start running in the other direction, and then I see that other lady, and I was like, oh, thank God. And they're like, last call for the shuttle bus. Are you getting on the shuttle bus? And I was like, yes, please wait for me. And like the guys, like, I guess saw my panic because they like stopped the shuttle bus. They put their hands up so like the shuttle bus could see me. And I was like, thank you so much. So I get on the shuttle bus, and the other lady is like, oh, I'm so glad you made it. I didn't see you. I got worried. And I was like, oh my God. And then the both of us were sprinting down those moving sidewalks, and then I made the plane. So I didn't have to spend the night in the Philadelphia airport. I made my flight to Tennessee. Now, it was in 3 hours later than it was supposed to be. I was in bed and showered with my hair curlers in, and like in bed at 2 a.m. Tennessee time, which is 3 a.m. Pennsylvania time, 3 a.m. like East Coast time. So I was really freaking tired, and I was supposed to go to this like actor briefing at 8 a.m. the next day, and I didn't go. It wasn't mandatory, but like it would have been good information, but they repeated the same information all day anyway. Also, I love using the kitchen cabinets as a wardrobe, because if you put two of them together, it like legitimately looks like a wardrobe, and I think that's really cool. So once again, creating custom objects in The Sims. Also, I have yet to address this. I am sick as all hell right now. Like, I'm so... I swear to God, I didn't mean to do that for attention. Like, I literally just started choking on my mucus the second I started talking about being sick. Like, I haven't blown my nose because I've been talking for 20 minutes straight now, so I haven't, like, expelled the mucus from my face in, like, 20 minutes, and so, like, it just kind of, like, got stuck in my throat, and I was like, so, that was really cute. But yeah, I'm sick, so love that for me. I'm so congested. And the other night, I also vomited, and it burned my voice, and I was supposed to sing in the class the next day, and I emailed my teacher, like, in a panic. I was like, I'll never sing again, my voice is burned, and she was like, okay, let's think about this for a second, and I'm fine. Like, I actually had to film 2 callback videos today, but... and I sound congested as all hell, so good for me. And I've been putting, every time I blow my nose, I have to put Vaseline under my nose, because it's raw. It's raw! So yeah, we're just vibing. I've had so many cups of tea today. I have done nothing. I've watched 9.5 hours of SVU. I haven't watched any of the 21st season before today, and I watched every single episode to date, so that's back all the way in the beginning of the season. We really were out here today. So yeah, but the audition went well. Once all of my flight garbage was taken care of, it was good. There were 74 companies. I got 8 callbacks, and one of them asked me to film a video today. So I filmed that in my apartment today. Congestion and all, and they're just gonna, I hope it's not too noticeable. I mean, I listened to it a bunch of times, and I don't think it sounds too bad. Also, I think that dresser looks really good when you put 2 of them together. So, you know, again, pro tips from a pro builder that was noticed by LILSIMSIE. Oh my God, I hate myself. Why do any of you watch me? I'm so annoying. Excuse me. Oh, I need water after this much talking. This is the most I've talked all day. You know, I can't even say that, though, because I sang 2 songs like 8 million times on video, so I'm just a fraud. I'm out here like, I haven't talked to anyone all day, but, like, I sang on camera for, like, an hour. Oh, God. But, yeah, so I'm hoping to be an employed actress and singer. So that's what I've been up to. That's why I've been, like, kind of absent, and I haven't had time to film Victorian Servitude, which I know is y'all favorite. Like, it's my favorite too, but loading The Sims 3 is so time-consuming, and all this audition prep, and it's not even just the going, it's the prep and the getting the headshots and printing the resumes and cutting the resumes with a paper cutter to fit the headshot, because printing paper is 8.5 by 11, but headshots have to be 8 by 10. So I had to cut all of them with the paper cutter that we use in the lighting room to cut the gels, which are the colors that you put in the lights. And I was like, hey, lighting designer, can I use this to cut my resume? And he was like, yeah, sure, just don't get in anybody's way. And I was like, okay. So I did that, and then I had to staple them all together. I had 50 headshots, and so I had 50 resumes that I had to staple. That took me like an hour, but it was okay. I only ended up giving out, again, like I only got 8 callbacks, and I only ended up giving out 5 of my headshots, so now I just have 45 headshot and resumes, but it's okay because it was an investment. So I'm hoping to be employed as a musical theater performer. So yeah, so that was a lot. And then I got sick. I got vomit sick, and then I got, congestion sick, and also my mental health has been off the charts lately. I think it's the weather, or maybe I just need new medication, who knows. You probably saw my community tab post. If not, it's fine. But yeah, I'm struggling a lot with my brain lately, and it's really hard when you're as busy as I am. And I'm not even in the show right now. I'm not even in the musical, but the play Julius Caesar is starting soon. So like all of my nights right now are free, but they won't be soon. But I'm already like too busy with my nights free, and my nights won't even be free soon. So I'm just like, I build in The Sims to alleviate my stress, and then I procrastinate doing the voiceover. Like, ideally, I would have had this video voiced over, edited, and posted before LILSIMSIE did any tours, so that people that wanted to see it could, like, look at it. But it is February 15th, and I built this, like, so long ago. Like, and like I said, she toured the build, like, a week ago, so I'm just now posting it. And instead of using LILSIMSIE to get my video seen, by, like, using her to shout me out, I'm using her name in my video now, because back then I didn't know if she was going to look at it, but now that I know she's looked at it, I can be like, hey guys, LILSIMSIE likes my build, which is really annoying, and I admit it, I'm using her name for clout, so come at me. I just love her a lot, okay? And, like, I feel valid and seen by her. And she made my day so much better. Like, her and her whole Twitch chat, like, really saved my sanity because, like I said, I was wigging in that airport. Like, it was so stressful. And, that wasn't even the end of it, because then on the flight coming home, the flight in the first flight from Tennessee to, I had to go to the Charlotte airport this time to come home. That was fine. But then in the Charlotte airport, the bridge connecting the airport to the plane just broke while people were standing on it. It dropped 4 inches, and the sirens are going off, and they're like, everyone leave the bridge. And then they took a half hour failing to repair the bridge, and then they were like, oh, why don't we just move the plane over right to the empty gate that's right next to this one? And then that took another 20 minutes. And then once we got on the plane, they had to defreeze it because it was snowing in North Carolina. What the hell? I wanted to be warm when I went south, but it's fine. So they had to defreeze the plane, which took another 40 minutes. I literally fell asleep on the plane and woke up, and we were still on the ground. I woke up and I'm looking around, and I was like, oh, we haven't moved yet? Because you can always feel, like, the plane buzzing and humming. So I thought we had moved, but it had been 40 minutes of me sleeping on the plane, and the old lady next to me is like, yeah, nope, we're still here. So I was 2 hours late coming home, too. So I just couldn't catch a break, although I didn't have anywhere to go that time, so it didn't bother me. It was just annoying. It was just inconvenient. It wasn't, like anxiety-inducing. It was just really freaking annoying, because I just wanted to go home and take a shower. But anyway, guys, this is just about the end of the video. Sorry for all the weird flexing about LILSIMSIE, and sorry for all the rants about the airport, but I figure you guys should know what I've been up to, and that's what I've been up to, is stressing about the airport and auditions, and also being sick and depressed. But, I mean, we really are out here. I'm talking to my psychiatrist spring break, maybe to get some adjustments on my meds, because I'm not doing well, but it's fine. It's really fine. So anyway, guys, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and to subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Shout out to Lynn B, my one patron. Love you, girl. You guys can be a patron and have access to these screenshots and every screenshot of any Let's Play or build I've ever done. And yeah, this is Simmer Rose. Have a great day, guys. Enjoy one more really nice comment from LILSIMSIE, because I'm stuck up.
And all the fountains, this is really nice. Really, really nice. I like the color scheme a lot, and all the plants are so pretty. And I love these rocks on the outside. This looks really good. This is adorable. I'm so impressed.